Now we are going to look at when you are given an expression that has variables in it, and then you need to replace the variables with numbers before evaluating with the order of operations. So an algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase with numbers, variables, and operations. So it is not an equation. The equation has an equal sign, so an expression does not have an equals. Just the variables, the numbers, and then operations. So the substitution property that we'll use, we don't have to know that it's called that, but just so you know what it says, if A is equal to B, okay? So if you look down here at number 1, it says A is equal to 2, B is equal to 4, C is equal to 7. So it's just giving you a number for a variable. So if A is equal to B, then B can replace A in the given expression. So substitute means you take what was given out and put in the new thing. All right, so we're going to substitute, which means replace, the variables with their given values. This next thing is going to be very important. You don't technically have to do it every time, but it's going to say to, and I'm going to show that. It's especially important whenever you have exponents. So each time you substitute a variable with a number, put parentheses around it. Once you have all of the numbers in for the variables, then you're going to follow the order of operations in order to evaluate. So some people will even take the time to simply put parentheses everywhere that the variables are. So that's one way to do it, is to not put any numbers in, just replace all of the letters with parentheses. Then go through and put the numbers in. So A is 2, B is 4, and C is 7. This is very important to realize only the 4 is being squared. A lot of times you want to do 2 times 4, which is 8, and then 8 squared is 64. That is incorrect. You need to do 4 squared, which is 16. So we have 2 times 16 plus 7. 2 times 16 is 32. 32 plus 7 would give us 39 for our final answer. Number 2 would look like this: 3 parentheses squared minus 4 parentheses. Then in the parentheses is negative 2. Only one variable this time, which is x, so you'll put negative 2 in both sets of parentheses. So again, this doesn't mean we multiply first. We need to do negative 2 squared, which is positive 4. If you don't have the parentheses, it will give you negative 4. So we have 3 times 4 minus 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Now, some people kind of just look at this on its own and say that's negative 4 times negative 2, so you would put plus 8. If you're comfortable doing that, that's great. If not, just bring the minus sign down and then realize we have 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. And then minus negative becomes plus a positive. So then we have 3 times 4 is 12 plus 8, which gives us 20 for our final answer. Number 3 would look like a squared b minus b squared. So a is 3, b is negative 4. So the first part is just making sure you put the correct numbers in the correct place. 3 squared is 9 times negative 4 minus negative 4 squared is positive 16. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36 minus 16 gives us negative 52 for our final answer. Number 4, a squared b minus b squared. So again, just replace all of the letters, all the variables, with parentheses. A is 4 and b is negative 7. Four squared is 16 times negative 7 minus negative 7 squared is 49. So 16 times negative 7 is negative 112 minus 49 would give us negative 161. Number 5, it's very important to see that the negative is on the outside of the parentheses. So you're going to write negative parenthesis squared minus 3 parenthesis parenthesis. So that negative stays on the outside. If you want to put a 1 to show you you're multiplying by negative 1, you can always do that. So y is 2, x is negative 4, and then y again is 2. So we do 2 squared, which is 4, times negative 1, or just bring the negative down. So it is negative 4. Minus 3 times negative 4 times 2 is going to give us negative 24. So again, if you want to just bring that minus sign down, then you need to ignore it there. Positive 3 times negative 4 times positive 2 gives us negative 24. So minus negative 24. If you want to see that as negative times positive and put a plus 24, you can do that right away, whatever you're most comfortable with. Our final answer either way should give us positive 20. Same thing here, negative parentheses squared minus 3xy. So again, it's important to remember that when things are just right next to each other with no sign in between, that means multiplication. So y is negative 12, x is negative 5, 6, and then y again is negative 12. So negative 12 squared, negative 12 times negative 12 is positive 144, but then you need to bring the negative down in front. So we have 3 times negative 5, 6 times negative 12. Okay, so again, I'm going to ignore that negative sign, minus sign. 3 times negative 5, 6, which just means negative 5 divided by 6, times negative 12 gives us positive 30. So then you're going to bring the subtraction sign down and 30. So negative 144 minus 30 gives us negative 174.